Hello and welcome to Z. In this episode, we are looking for the amazing life of giraffe. Stay tuned. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon. Giraffes are big African hoofed mammals. It's the world's tallest animal and largest ruminant. Traditionally, giraffes were one species, Giraffe camelopardalis, with 9 subspecies. New research on their mitochondrial and nuclear DNA, as well as morphological measures, suggests splitting them into up to 8 species. Fossils show 7 extinct giraffe species. Giraffes have long necks and legs, horn-like ossicones, and spotted coats. It's classed with the okapi in the Giraffidae family. Its range spans Chad, South Africa, Niger, and Somalia. Giraffes prefer savannas and forests. They eat woody plant leaves, fruits, and flowers, primarily acacia, at heights most herbivores can't reach. Lions, leopards, spotted hyenas, and African wild dogs eat giraffes. Giraffes live in herds of related females and their children or bachelor herds of adult males, but are sociable and may gather in enormous aggregations. Necking is a fighting bout where the neck is used as a weapon. Dominant men mate with females who raise the young alone. The giraffe has been depicted in paintings, novels, and cartoons by ancient and modern cultures for its unique appearance. IUCN classifies it as vulnerable to extinction, and it has been extirpated from much of its historical range. Giraffes are still present in many national parks and wildlife reserves, but as of 2016, there were 97,500 in the wild. In 2010, 1,600 were in zoos. Full-grown giraffes stand 4.3 to 5.7 m, 14.1 to 18.7 feet, with males higher than females. A man weighs 1,192 kilograms, 2,628 pounds, and a woman 828 kilograms, 1,825 pounds on average. Despite its long neck and legs, it's short. The 20 mm thick skin is generally gray or tan, 0.79 in. The 80 to 100 centimeters, 31 to 39 in, long tail ends in a black tuft of hair utilized as insect protection. Dark blotches or patches might be orange, chestnut, brown, or practically black, surrounded by light hair, usually white or cream. Age darkens male giraffes. The coat pattern may be camouflaged in the sun and shadow of savanna forests. In trees and bushes, they're hard to spot from a few meters away. Adult giraffes move around to see an approaching predator, depending on their size and ability to protect themselves rather than camouflage, which may be more crucial for calves. Giraffes have unique coat patterns. Calves acquire some coat pattern qualities from their mothers, and calf survival is connected with some spot traits. Under the blotches are complicated blood vessel systems and huge sweat glands that may regulate body temperature. The fur's parasite repellents may give the animal a distinctive aroma. At least 11 aromatic compounds are in the fur, although indole and 3-methylindole are odorous. Since men have a stronger odor than women, it may be sexual. Head. Both sexes have 13.5 centimeters ossicones, or horns, 5.3 in. They are made of ossified cartilage, covered with skin, and joined to the parietal bones. The vascularized ossicones may aid in thermoregulation and are utilized in male combat. The ossicones of females and young giraffes are thin and hairy on top, whereas those of mature males are bald and knobby. Males have a noticeable skull bump in the center. Aging males have calcium deposits on their skulls. Multiple sinuses lighten giraffe skulls. As men age, their skulls become heavier and more club-like, benefiting them in combat. The occipital condyles bones at the bottom of the skull allow the animal to tilt its head 90 degrees and eat from above. The giraffe's eyes are on the sides of its head, giving it a wide view. Compared to other ungulates, giraffe vision is more binocular and the eyes are larger. Giraffes can see in color and hear and smell well. The movable ears and slit-shaped nostrils may be for sand resistance. The giraffe's tongue is 45 centimeters long. Black to protect against sunburn, it can grip foliage and pull off leaves. Flexible and hairy upper lips protect against prickles. A hard palate replaces the upper jaw's front teeth. Large molars and premolars have low crowns. Neck. A giraffe's neck can be up to 2.4 meters, 7.9 feet long. The neck has short, erect hairs. The neck angle is 50 to 60 degrees, though juveniles are closer to 70. The long neck is caused by disproportionately lengthy cervical vertebrae, not by adding extra vertebrae. Every cervical vertebra is almost 11 inches long. They make up 52 to 54% of the giraffe's vertebral column, compared to 27 to 33% in other giant ungulates like the okapi, its closest surviving relative. This extension largely occurs after birth, probably because giraffe moms would have a hard time giving birth to young with adult-sized necks. The giraffe's head and neck are kept up by strong muscles and a nuchal ligament, which are secured by lengthy thoracic vertebrae spines. Giraffe neck vertebrae are ball and socket. Giraffe cervical and thoracic vertebrae articulate between the first and second thoracic vertebrae, T1 and T2, unlike most ruminants where it's between the seventh cervical vertebra, C7, and T1. This permits C7 to directly contribute to increased neck length, leading to the theory that T1 is actually C8 and giraffes have an extra cervical vertebra. This is not commonly accepted since T1 possesses additional morphological traits, such as an articulating rib, that are typical of thoracic vertebrae, and because exceptions to the mammalian limit of 7 cervical vertebrae are generally associated with neurological defects and illnesses. The evolutionary origin and maintenance of giraffe neck elongation are unknown. Darwin's competing browsers hypothesis has just recently been disputed. It proposes that smaller browsers like kudu, steenbok, and impala fostered the elongation of the neck so giraffes could reach food they couldn't. This advantage is true, since giraffes can and do feed up to 4.5 meters, 15 feet, high, while even giant competitors like kudu can only feed up to 2 meters, 6 feet, 7 inches. According to study, browsing competition is strong at lower levels, while giraffes feed more efficiently, gaining more leaf biomass with each mouthful up in the canopy. Scientists dispute on how much time giraffes spend dining above the reach of other browsers, and a 2010 research found that adult giraffes with longer necks died more often in dry conditions than their shorter-necked counterparts. This study implies that longer necks demand more resources, putting longer-necked giraffes at danger during food shortages. Another explanation, the sexual selection hypothesis, suggests long necks evolved as a secondary sexual trait, providing males an edge in necking competitions to establish dominance and access to sexually receptive females. To corroborate this notion, male necks are longer and heavier than female necks of the same age, and males don't use other types of combat. The article doesn't explain why female giraffes have lengthy necks. It's also been suggested that the neck increases animal attentiveness. Locomotion, legs, and posture. A giraffe's front and hind legs are same length. The carpus, which is physically similar to the human wrist, operates as the front leg's knee. A suspensory ligament helps the animal's long legs hold its weight. Male giraffes have 31 centimeters, 23 centimeters, 12.2 and 9.1 in hooves. The leg's fedlock is low, allowing the hoof to support more weight. They lack dew claws and interdigital glands. While the pelvis is short, the ilium is crest-shaped. A giraffe walks and gallops. Walking involves shifting one leg, then the other, to one side. When galloping, the rear legs move around the front legs and the tail curls up. The head and neck control balance and propulsion while galloping. Giraffes can sprint up to 60 kilometers per hour, 37 miles per hour, and maintain 50 kilometers per hour, 31 miles per hour, 4 miles. Giraffes can't swim well due to their long legs, yet they can float. When swimming, the front legs weigh down the thorax, making it impossible for the animal to move its neck and legs in harmony or keep its head above water's surface. Giraffes rest by reclining on their folded legs. Animals lie down by kneeling on their front legs and lowering their bodies. First, it gets on its front knees and puts its behind on its hind legs to stand up. The back rises and the front legs straighten. At each stage, the animal swings its head. To drink, a giraffe stretches its front legs or bends its knees. Captive giraffes sleep 4.6 hours a day, mostly at night, according to studies. Usually sleeps lying down, however senior individuals have been observed standing. The giraffe bends its neck backwards and rests its head on its hip or thigh during deep sleep periods, a pose believed to suggest paradoxical sleep. 11 Giraffe Facts. 1. Giraffes are the tallest land animals. Their 6-foot legs are taller than most humans. 2. They can run 35 miles per hour over short distances and 10 miles per hour over longer ones. 3. A giraffe's neck is too short to reach the ground. To sip water, it must uncomfortably spread its front legs or kneel. 4. Giraffes only drink every few days. The plants they eat supply most of their water. 5. Giraffes sleep and give birth while standing up. 6. Giraffe spots are like fingerprints. No two giraffes are alike. 7. Male and female giraffes have 2 hairy horns called ossicones. Male giraffes use their horns to fight. 8. Giraffes sleep 5 to 30 minutes a day. They do it in little naps of a minute or two. 9. Giraffes bellow, snort, hiss, and make flute-like sounds, as well as low-pitched noises beyond the range of human hearing. 10. A giraffe calf can stand and walk after an hour, and within a week it starts eating. 11. Even while females try to protect their babies from lions, spotted hyenas, leopards, and African wild dogs, 4. Many calves die in their first several months. This is all for now. Thank you for being with us.